Thank you guys for kicking it with us. Make sure you hit the like button. Thank you for kicking it with your favorite after church podcast. Share this with someone. Let them know that we're live and having great conversation today. Now, this is something Maul sent to us, and I couldn't wait. For him to come back so we can talk about this.
I sent this. It's been a long time if I sent this shit because I ain't sent none in a minute.
Wow. All right, let's check it out.
Establish a place where we have control over who our neighbors are, and that is just for the sake of preserving, our culture.
And that culture effectively was saying this is a white culture, a whites only place.
White American culture.
Over the last year and a half, high up in the Ozark Hills in the state of Arkansas, dozens of people have been working hard, leveling the land. They call it an intentional community based around shared ancestry, a long-winded way of saying something really quite simple.
I think we would generally be called far right, sure.
It's called Return to the Land, and they invited me in.
A lot of people are going to be, why are you making Nazi references?
Right. Well, why wouldn't I?
A seemingly bucolic and sometimes surreal experience. But this is built on a radical modern premise, made possible because of a new political and technological moment. One with strong ties to the most active far-right groups in the US. Instead of taking to the streets, they are building their own, for generations to come.
It's important for me to do this for my ancestors, my friends, my family, my children, my children's children.
But in this southern US state, people who have lived through segregation once fear it is returning.
When you hear things like that, it causes you to be fearful. And you don't know who to trust.
Its founder says he is building a fortress for the white race.
It's a racial association. I kind of want to ask you, after seeing this, do you think what we're doing is immoral? What we've done here is
Comments saying I'm not mad at them. I feel we should be doing this as well. The comedian Nim Spat said inbreeding at its best. This person says Dermoka. But when blacks did it, they burned the towns down. Sophia complained too much. So when people of color build their communities, that means they will stay away because historically, I think she means they always came into our space because they're jealous and scared of what we create. Good for them. Our people should be doing the same. Build a giant wall around us where they can stay isolated from the rest of humanity. That's a win in my book. Okay. So the social media was in an uproar when this came out, a full-on uproar. And, the video explains it. A group of white people are creating and building a white community. So a whites only community. Ma, you sent this to us. So what are your questions? Or
what y'all think about it? What y'all think about the whites only community? You go first, Space.
I agree with the comment that said, let them do it. I don't really see a full-on, I don't see a problem with it. I don't see why people would be in an uproar about people wanting their people to be around each other. I mean, we already have those equivalents of those communities in Chicago. We have a Chinatown. We have a little village. So why can't people make it? Why can't they? Why would anybody have it? Why would this be an issue as long as that particular thing is not causing detriment or harm to anybody else?
So that means you'll be cool with segregation?
Huh?
You'll be cool with segregation?
As long as it's not hurting anybody. I don't see no problem with it.
Okay.
Personally, I don't have any problem with it. I'm always cool with segregation. I'm all right. If they want to do what they want to do, they want to do what they want to do. I mean, shit, who are we? I don't care.
I'm on the same thing too. I don't see what the uproar is. I don't see what none of that is. Shit, I was telling the Billy higher, Billy bigger. But
So
this the only thing I have though. When we start doing it, I don't want to hear none of our black people saying shit about it. I don't want to know white people saying nothing about it. I don't want to nobody saying nothing. Because you know, every time we try to do something, it's always, no, you shouldn't do that. We should be more inviting. We should be this. We shouldn't just build nothing for us. We should, no. I have no problems with that at all, not one bit. White power. White power. White power. I'm with it. White power. Get you niggers from around here. White power.
So what do you think the racist element comes from that people are so attached to?
I don't see, to me, I'm with all that. Long as you ain't trying, like, the thing that get me with white people the most is when black folks do it, and when we did do it in the past, they always destroy it. They always destroy it. They don't destroy nobody else's shit, but they destroy our shit. Every time we get to building something like that or something going right, they want to destroy our shit. So just leave our stuff alone, and we're going to build it and we're going to do it. Because as soon as you start doing it, I guarantee you, white folks ain't going for that shit. They're going to tear that shit down. As soon as we try to build something, they're going to find some way to tear it down.
Or you're saying if black people do the same thing?
No, I said if black people do what them white folks doing it, and it went on the internet and it went viral, white folks will find a way to tear it down and bomb it. That's a fact. They not going to just let us just do what we want to do and do our own thing. It's not going to happen.
Do you think so? You think that's true, Jay, every day?
Yeah, I mean, history says so. I mean, history, he's siding on the side of history. I think the whole reason for segregate or desegregation is really to keep black people from really not having their own, right? At that time when we had our own bus companies, we had our own taxi companies, movie theaters, all, the whole nine. You had Black Wall Street, but Black Wall Street wasn't the only quote unquote Black Wall Street. You had different towns throughout America, especially the South, in the North too, where you had black people thriving and doing their own thing. And at a certain point, they're always, I mean, if it wasn't through violence, it was through some type of regulation or something where
E-way,
E-way, right? Eminent domain or something like
I-10,
that.
I-20.
When they found a way to, get that land up off you. So I think, Maul has a point that, even if we do decide to, have a quote unquote black Mecca or something like that, they'll find a way to sabotage it.
And it ain't even just white folks neither. You got some niggers that'll be on that same train too. Talking about y'all shouldn't be doing that.
Well, they're gonna be the ones who's used to help sabotage.
Yeah, them niggers like that, We just got them talking about one. And then we got them twins that's over there too. You got ones that married to white people too. You got women over there too. Famous, internet to women that'll do the same thing. You got them too. That's why you gotta get rid of them motherfuckers first. They gotta go.
What do you mean? You gotta be careful with your words.
You know what I mean. I ain't gonna say it.
You know what
I mean. I ain't gotta be specific. You know what I mean. They gotta go.
YouTube still watching.
They gotta go. They gotta go to Mars. Ain't they gonna move to Mars?
I don't even know what happened. What happened?
They gotta move to Mars.
Well, he's talking about Candace Owens and Officer Tatum.
I ain't say nobody name. I said you ain't have to say no names. I ain't say no names. I know what I said. I said them certain people who be on the internet, they have to go. They have to go to Mars with the white folks, where the white folks gonna be at. The other white folks, whatever.
I come from a different angle with that. I think there's a difference in speaking on what's going on versus that being your rhetoric and you're living otherwise. So if Candace Owens, perfect example, Dr. Umar was Prince of Pan-Africanism, black, African, black, all that stuff. And if it came out that he had a white baby mama or he was dealing with white women, you can hold his feet to that fire because he's that person that was advocating for black, and clearly he's living otherwise. Those two people, Candace Owens and Officer Tatum, don't move like that. They just talk about what's going on.
You know what? I guess my only issue, not necessarily even with Candace Owens, but with Officer Tatum is like Oh, I guess you could use Candace Owens as well, but is like you know who your demographic is, right? So we talk about black, before I. What's the point of talking about black issues amongst to white people? Even I know that's not maybe their whole thing or whatever, but what's the point of talking about black issues to white people?
Because she's speaking
What
to the
does
people that make laws.
so we saying black people don't make law?
Is it
Because if you're
if you're
speaking to
looking
people
for
that
all
make
of
law, I'm just saying because if you're speaking to people that make law, you have a platform, so your platform isn't directed to the people that make laws. You would be down there lobbying.
she does.
Right, but I'm saying your platform where you're live and you're talking to people on YouTube. You're not just talking. I'm pretty sure the people that you're lobbying to aren't watching your YouTube page. That's the reason why you go down there and lobby, right? Or Officer Tatum, right? Officer Tatum. If we're talking about things that happen with black off or black the officers, police officers in the black community, right? But the majority of the people that you're talking to is white. I don't see what we're trying to accomplish here. Like,
So are you
what's the
speaking?
goal? Like, what I'm asking is, what's the goal? Because it comes off as pandering to a certain demographic. That's what it comes off to me. I'll call it down the middle. You know what I mean? I call shit down the middle because I really don't care. But it's just like, who's your demographic? Who are you trying to talk to get on board with you? Are you saying, see, the black people over here are wrong? And just like I said on the timer, is there any time where black people are right that you speak on your platform about? Is there any time? Because I'm not an avid listener of Officer Tatum, but anytime that I have, because I've listened to more than my fair share of them, right? Because I do listen to AM radio, specifically AM. I think they come on AM 560, right, in Chicago. So I don't ever hear him speaking about, maybe the good that, or maybe something wrong that the officers have done, and have wronged the black person. And again, that's me. I've been knowing of Officer Tatum for years. Like, I know a lot of people just kind of got on board. I've been knowing of Officer Tatum for years. I've been hearing him speak, and I don't mind his perspective, but it's also like, who are we? You're as a black officer, or ex police officer, as a black person. Who are you trying to get? Who are you? Who are you trying to get to listen to you? You know what I mean? Is it white people essentially? Are you
I
trying to get
think
the kudos of white people? Like, because I just don't understand.
I think I listened to both of them, and I don't want to
Mhm.
derail because we got to talk about the subject at hand. We got one more if you guys got
Yeah,
time.
yeah, yeah.
But I know I can say that I listened to them both. And to answer your question, who are you? It's kind of, I hate to answer a question with a question, but I kind of have to in this sense. It's like you say, who are you trying to talk to, or who are you
Who are you
aiming your
trying to
rhetoric at?
appease? Like, yeah, yeah. I mean, you trying to appease to somebody, knowing like if let's say for instance I was at church, or somebody's church, a white church, right? I know the congregation is majority white, right? But if I'm gonna speak about shit that I don't know white churches talk about, if that makes any sense. I mean, but I'm just saying, like, knowing that you're on a platform, especially a right leaning platform. I know you don't have many black people that listen to it. You may have a few, right? But you're consistently saying, well, black people have done this wrong, or the officer or police were well within their rights to do X, Y, and Z, right? But is there any time where you point out and say, well, you know what, the officer wasn't right, or the police weren't right? This black person wasn't wrong in their reaction. To me, if you're not doing that, then you're disingenuous and you're pandering to a group. And I get it, get your money, get your bag, but I can't take you as being serious all the time. I really can't.
Let's see. So let's see. Personal work. So if we can get like 4 minutes to, I want to hear you guys' response to this because this is something that I wanted to share. But
absolutely not. I actually love Americans with black skin color so much that I'm willing to fall on the sword 1,000 times for them to wake up and realize that we are being lied to, abused, and used by the Democrat Party.
You hate Americans with black skin color?
Absolutely not.
that was a lot shorter than I remember it being. I looked at a different clip. It was longer than that. I guess we can ignore that, but that she in that particular video, she's clearly sitting in front of, I don't know what the specific setting was, but these are some high-ranking people, and she's talking to white people about black people. So should she then talk to black people about black people only? Okay, well,
I never said only, and I'm not saying you can't do both. I'm saying what you consistently do, and you rarely talk to black people. And again, it's not him because Maul brought both of them up. I mean, you said their name. I guess he was referring to them, and I said
one more person name too. I said them twins too.
Oh yeah, right. So because it always comes off. I know what twins you're talking about now, but yeah. I mean, we.
And I ain't say nothing. I said they just gotta go. You can take whatever you want to take from it. I say them the people that gotta go for us to have our own because they will sabotage it. Them the type of people that are sabotaging. And to me, you can bring up who was Oscar Tatum married to? He married to a black woman or a white woman?
White woman.
White woman? Rest my case. I don't even want to talk about that nigga no more. There you go right there. You right.
To a white woman for real.
Yeah, there you go right there. She married to a white man. So why are we listening to anybody that's married to another race?
Spaces. I don't know if you're familiar with RG3. You know what RG3 is? Football,
I heard the
ex-football player. So he does the same thing. Maul, doesn't he do the same thing?
We talked about him. We just talked about him like 2-3 weeks on the show about him going at Angel Reese and all that other shit.
Yeah.
When Shaq said he'll stop the shit out of him.
Because it's consistently you consistently going at the same. Like I can understand if you want to critique a person and that's fine. But once I see a pattern and you doing the same thing, it's like, dude, like what's your angle? Right? So you'll have people like if you look at the comments, you got people dragging Angel Reese through the mud, right? She did this, and this. Okay. If you want to critique her game, cool, do that. Right. But you don't have to consistently at RG3, you don't have to consistently drag her through the mud. Right. It's the same thing when and this is probably a little bit way off, but like when I would see, I'm talking about boxing here. Right. So people really don't like Floyd Mayweather. Right. And in the comments, consistently, what I would see is white people in the comments, and you would have Hispanics and Mexicans consistently in the comments, just dragging this person. And again, to me, it's like, who are we trying to pander to? And I'm not talking about the boxing shit, but Candace Owens, who are we trying to pander to? Like, even in the whole clip, what was she saying? What was she saying? That needs to be done for black people, because I didn't see the whole clip. I saw the 5-second clip you showed me. So I don't know the whole context of what I'm saying, the video. But because the white guy, I'm assuming the guy was white. He asked her. So he asked her, did she like black people or black skinned people? No.
He said something like, I pulled up something else, but he said, do you have a problem with Americans of color, something to that degree? And she said, no, I love them so much that I'm willing to fall on a sword to try to something to that degree.
So motherfuckers should have pulled out a sword because all this just talk.
But you weren't willing to marry one though. You weren't willing to marry one though. You weren't willing to marry one.
I personally don't even care if you marry one or not, right? You don't, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to marry one. What I'm saying is you don't have to consider because you went another route. You don't have to consistently, at least tell us some solutions. Now I don't know. I don't watch her enough. She got solutions, Spaces.
Yeah.
Okay.
What about people that don't watch her content think she doesn't?
What about Officer Tatum? He has some solutions outside of comply.
Yeah, do what the motherfucking police officers tell you to do. That's it.
Yeah,
Okay,
because
then
if everything ends
don't
with
listen to the
comply.
police officers at all. Then
No, because if everything,
Man, do what you
if
want to do. That's
everything
you.
ends,
That's on an individual basis. You can go and do the slick comment all you want to. That's up to whoever get pulled over. If you don't want to listen, don't listen. If you do want to listen, do listen. We just giving you the information about how crooked they are. Ain't nobody said don't listen. I never said don't listen. I would never tell my son don't listen. But I'm saying it needs to be some actions on their part and need to quit taking up for them like they out here doing good for everybody else when half of the time them motherfuckers put people in jail that don't even supposed to be in jail. And that's a fact. They didn't easily put people in jail and got people charges because they scared not know to speak up for your own rights and they end up going to jail for no apparent reason whatsoever. But we don't talk about that though. But they always right. You should just always just apply.
see, you do you hear how he just holds on to like he infers stuff that I don't say, and then he makes all these like crazy half the time. So 100 if 100 interactions with the police lead to 50 people, you're saying 100 interactions with the police leads to 50 of them going to jail for the wrong reason? Come on, man. But I'm sorry. Go ahead, JVD.
no, I'm just saying, like with the Officer Tatum, I go back to and Candace Owens. If we're not offering up solutions and we're consistently pandering to the Republican side or the right leaning crowd, whatever, because you do have right leaning black people, but like I don't see the value of consistently beating down, you know what I'm saying, hey, look at what these black people are doing, or this person isn't complying, and so on and so forth. Where there's videos of sometimes white people not complying. So you're saying if white people don't comply, it's okay, but if a black person, don't comply, like if it's within his rights not to, he could do whatever if he's within his rights. Now I agree. At the end of the day, like when you do something and you get pulled over you get pulled over by the police. I call it behind enemy line, right? But you still, at the end of the day, you're still within your right to ask some questions, right? So if things end bad, it isn't. Well, see, he wasn't complying. If I had something to say, and even if it comes out my mouth belligerently, I can speak like that. And then I can speak like that. Like people act as if like the police are the judge, the jury, and the executioner. All you here is to investigate whatever it is. So traffic ticket, like I said from the beginning, if it's a traffic ticket, cool, give me that so I can be about my day. And that's all I'm saying. But again, these guys, they're on these right-leaning programs, and I'm trying to figure out, like, why do we keep hovering about what black people are doing?
So let me show you this. This is her YouTube page. Epstein files. White people on the thumbnail. White people on the thumbnail. All across here. You see Diddy there, but white people on the thumbnail. She talks about white people the most.
Of course, because she's Republican, no? So she's going to talk about the Democrats, right?
No, because she's talking about Trump too.
Okay.
So she's talking about everything. She talks about everybody. So people only try to hold on.
Synopsis. I'm just curious because I'm not even trying to back up. What is she talking about as far as Trump?
She's talking about how she disagrees on how he's moving against Israel and Iran.
Okay, that's not really talking about, but that's just a disagreement.
I mean, that's just a quick 3-second response.
Okay.
But she's been vehemently disagreeing with how Trump has been moving in a lot of ways. Vehemently.
Man, that nigga Trump, that presidency been good. This is the greatest this country ever been. What the fuck is she talking about? I don't know what the fuck that motherfucker talking about. This is the greatest this country ever been in a man. Wow, what the fuck she talking about, man?
But I just wanted to put that in the forefront so people can see. Her in particular, she barely talk. I don't say barely, because if it's something crazy, she's going to talk about it. But people only hold on to when she talks about black people. The absolute majority of the time, she's talking about white people. But I think regardless of going back to the conversation, when it comes to, you know, the whites owned community or whites only community, and, you know, black people having their response to it, I don't think there's anything in 2025 that's currently stopping black people from having a legit community in the way that these people are moving.
Yes, it is, white folks. You can say that all you want to. History has told it. History always repeats itself. They're not going to let you do what you think you're going to do, brother.
Well, don't build a community.
All these, like Jerry Day used to say this, and I used to just sit back and think, and he always used to say, when billionaires get billionaires and they black, why don't they ever, their heritage ever go down to another black family or continue to through the black thing? Why does they always killed and they always degraded? They always lose all their money just before they clock up and get up out of here.
Yeah, we were just talking about what's his name? Smith, last name Richard Smith. Richard, the black billionaire. You know what I'm talking about? I put it in the chat.
I think I know who he is. Yeah. I think I know who he is because I think EYL had him on their podcast a lot.
But you know, he's under investigation as well. I'll tell you right now in a second. But go ahead. I'm sorry.
But no, that's just me because Spaces say it's nothing stopping us when it is, though. And for you to be naive to say it's not, I'm not sitting up here saying we can't keep trying, but they don't. It's not
Robert Smith. Robert Smith.
Yeah, that's his name. Yeah, Robert. I think is it Robert E. Smith?
No, I don't think it's F. Smith. Yeah,
Robert F. Smith.
Yeah, the billionaire guy.
Yeah, he like one of the richest black people in the world. And why? And I always used to just think about it. I never said he was wrong anything when Jerry Day said, but I used to just think about it because I was always trying to I'm gonna prove him wrong. I'm gonna find somebody, and you can't find nobody.
But even if you found one person, it's just like, damn, why is it only one person? You know, if you were able to, even if you were able to find one person, it's like, damn, why is it only one person who's able to pass his money down? Like, where's the black wealth? Like, this guy's a billionaire. He's married to a white woman, I believe.
Shit, that shit going to white folks. That shit going to white folks. Shit going to white folks.
I mean, when I'm just basically starting to see consistency and patterns.
So it's has nothing to do with the choices of the individual. It's just white people. That's it.
How you say it? I didn't say that.
I mean, like I said, I think
that's what you've been. Oh my God, bro, that's what you've been saying.
I said they're not going to let us. I didn't say that. Okay, what you say? I said, Space. Hold on, Jerry.
Wait. No, Spaces. He was. I don't know if he was directing it to me or you.
No, I'm talking about Spaces. What I said, Spaces. You say I said that. So what I said when you say I said that.
I said there's in 2025 there's nothing stopping black people from building an actual community. Your words specifically were, yes, it is. It's white folks. So I said, hold on a second. I said that's what you've been saying this whole time. Your specific words were, white people are going to stop us. White people are going to stop black people from having a community. Okay, that's it. There's nothing else. There's nothing else. There's no other factors that go into that.
You right.
They have handles cultivated. You talk about the black billionaires. OG said, why don't you live in a black community? I live in a mixed community. Predominantly black, by the way, actually. Predominantly black. There you go, OJ. I think it's just the values of the people involved. I think in order for people to have a community, they have to want to have a community and be willing to put in the effort that goes into building one. And there's a lot of time and effort and finances that go into that, and people just aren't willing to do it for real. People just want to attach themselves to something that somebody else is doing, or that's something most people want to attach themselves to something that somebody else has done or something that somebody else is building. So that's a major factor into why this is happening. Is there a level of resistance from the government, from the people in power? Absolutely. I would never deny that. It would be absolutely insane to deny that. But ultimately, we can Google right now what percentage of the black community are millionaires and billionaires. And there's a lot of black people that are millionaires and billionaires. I'm gonna say not billionaires, millionaires.
If you were a millionaire, what would make you, if you were a millionaire, what would make you want to create your own community?
The fact that I want my people together.
That's
Like,
assuming
because
that you're a millionaire. That's assuming that you're a millionaire that's for your people, though.
my people are my people. I see OG is asking me why not black. So and he
I mean,
asked,
that's what we're talking about essentially, right? Though I thought we were talking about black and white. I mean, at least that's what the thing was being showed. I mean, if you want whatever people to be in there, I'm simply asking, okay, if you were a millionaire, what would make you not want to live in a millionaire? Where the millionaires live.
because I don't care to do that. Like I care to make sure that as best I can to make sure that my people are good. So I don't necessarily need to. I won't make an effort to live amongst other millionaires, but I also, of course, won't continue living where I was. You gotta adjust how you live to according to. To me, it's smart to adjust your living situation to. I would say to your finances, but ultimately, I want my people are the people that rock with me, not the people that look like me, not the people that look like my skin color or similar to my skin color. That's not my people. My people are the people that I'm on this live with, that are my family, that are people that I interact with on a regular basis. Those are my people. So IG said, why not specifically black? Not all skin folk ain't kinfolk. That's why. Yeah.
No, I mean, because I think what they're saying is all skin folk to skin folk. This is what Maul has said, right? The white people, they're saying, because we were talking about segregation and or resegregation and so on and so forth. So let me present it to you, Maul. If you were a millionaire, right, what would stop you, right? Because, I mean, a town has to be built or whatever. You know what I mean? In order to have a community, you're gonna have to have schools, you're gonna have to have hospitals and so on and so forth, education. You need all of these things, right? So if you're a millionaire and you have all this in your where you would normally live with the rest of the millionaires or affluent neighborhoods, what would make you say, well, I'm gonna stop this and create my own? Normally, things like that are done. Those aren't done by millionaires and billionaires. If they're done by millionaires and billionaires, those are guys who just simply making investments,
Yeah.
right? Because they're looking for some type of return. Those are the people that normally do this. Is grassroots people.
Yeah, they come up together. They was in the same neighborhood. They was on the same blocks and stuff like that. Which essentially, when you come up on the same block like that, you got people that look like you. It's the same skin color as you. That's who you're doing that with. So when you're a millionaire, you not, unless you're just trying to go do something to have your legacy built the way you start building this own community in town, and you want to, because you got to be a little cocky to do that. A little cocky, a little arrogant. For you to be already living up here, and you got all this money, all this power, and for you to go like, you know what? I want to build and start my own little legacy of why I build a town, and it's nothing but black folks. It's a little arrogance in that to me. It's a little arrogance, a little cockiness, a little like you want your picture to be when you come through the town. You know that portrait of the white man who started this shit? You know the portrait that be, you want your portrait right there when you start some shit like that. You feel me? So you ain't gonna just do that if you already a millionaire and billionaire. That shit start with people like us, with our kids, because we started with our blood, sweat, and tears, and we the forefathers of this little community. That start with that. Because like you say, if you're a millionaire or billionaire already, you're not doing that.
I mean, it's kind of off subject, but kind of on subject, right? Did you guys get the chance to hear Eddie Murphy's top his Mount Rushmore of movies? No, so I think
That shit was good. That shit like what he personally did.
Yeah,
it was all some bullshit.
It was all some bullshit. Well, I mean,
all some
Spaces.
bullshit.
Let me hit you first with one. What would be just off the top of your head? This ain't really real deep thought. But what's for Eddie? Even if any for you, but what's for Eddie Murphy movies that you know what these are my Mount Rushmore of Eddie Murphy movies?
Coming to America. Boomerang. I think I gotta throw Nutty Professor in there. And is Harlem Nights specifically Eddie Murphy?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, that's it.
Okay, yeah, I'll throw Harlem Nights in there. Just off the top of my head.
Go ahead.
Coming to America, Harlem Nights, Life, And just for shits and giggles, because everybody forget about life. Everybody forget about life.
I'm so mad because I love life.
It'll be some Norman or some motherfucking Nutty Professor type shit, just to throw it in there for shits and giggles. I got the 3 movies. But personally, I do like another 48. No, matter of fact, fuck all of them. Beverly Hills Cop. What we talking about? Beverly Hills Cop. I just thought about Beverly. He got too many movies though. But Beverly Hills Cop, that'll be in there.
So my
was a white man.
My 4 would be Coming to America. That's just one of my all-time favorite movies. Harlem Nights, Life, and actually my second favorite movie of of Eddie Murphy is Boomerang.
Okay.
And the reason I'm glad Spaces said Boomerang, because Boomerang, it showed black people in a positive light, you know what I'm saying, so to speak, right? It showed black people getting money, right? And according to Eddie Murphy, he was saying he had a lot of backlash on that movie because they were wondering, where's the white people? Who's running the office? He said, who's running the office? That's what he was saying. The white people were asking, well, who's running the office? You mean to tell me you black people were in there working? And where's the white man? That's what he said.
He was in the mailroom. What the fuck you supposed to be? Fuck is you talking about?
So what he basically saying is like, and white people also had a problem with Coming to America, not Coming to America, the Cosby Show. Like that was one of the things, even though it seems like they didn't, but clearly they had to stick up their ass about the Cosby Show. A lot of times they don't want to see, again, this isn't every white person, but the majority do not like to see black people doing well. Do not like to see black people, just being better off. And this is what I'm learning. Like white people don't mind helping you either, right? So they don't mind helping you, but as soon as you start doing good, they start mean mugging you.
Nigga, you can be beside me, but you can't be on top of me. You can be either underneath me or maybe on the side of me, kinda, but you're not going to be on top of me. Because to be honest with you, from your point too, when you really look at it, right? When us as black people, we have a whole community of people, and we say, like Space say, my people, all your people will be all type of races, and they'll be right equal to you. But you never see a majority white company or white people with a black person that's right next to them and right now that's just as equal as them on the board of the company or nothing like that. You never see that. But you'll see a black person that brought a white person along and they with all them and they with them on the same level and all that shit.
Yeah. So that was the reason I had brought up, Boomerang. I thought Boomerang was an incredible movie. It did show black success. You know what I'm saying? It's also showed how, black as a young black person, how black men specifically, how you handle, just certain situations within the relationship. But I always thought that was interesting when I heard it some years ago. Eddie Murphy was like, well, damn, look, the white people were asking where were the white people in the movie? But never asked where were the white people in the movie for Boys in the Hood.
You know what I'm saying? Never white people were saying that?
Yeah, Eddie Murphy said, so it's not me. So Eddie Murphy said, white people are asking, where's the white people in Boomerang? You niggas are successful. There's some white hands involved, but nobody ever asked, well, where's the white people in Boys in the Hood when niggas are shooting each other?
Or Menace to Society.
All the hood movies don't nobody even ask
Paid in Full. Like, right? We got all the coke for ourselves. Like, they ain't bring this shit over there. What about Paid in Full?
So, I mean, I just thought that was interesting. It kind of goes with a little bit with what you're saying. Trading Places is another classic, yes, indeed.
I was just going to say that, but it had too many white folks in it for me. I was trying to go strictly black. I'm sorry. I know it sounded probably racist. I'm not. But I had a little too many white folks. And even though Eddie Murphy was killing it, had a little too many white folks for me.
It's my Eddie Murphy. I've been working on that.
But to be honest for you, I'm glad you brought that up. Because you forget how many classic movies, because he has not been on the screen in a while like that, Eddie Murphy really has. If Spaces just, I know we finna probably get up out of here, but go pull up Eddie Murphy catalog, please, Spaces.
I love this podcast. We go talk about Candace Owens, and then we hit you with some Eddie Murphy.
Hey, that's how we is. You gotta be. Hey, man, motherfucker taught me. Motherfucker that taught me since I done been fucking with him. You gotta be well rounded. You gotta be able to speak to the blood. The hood is black, motherfucker, and go and speak to motherfucker in Wall Street too.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, Eddie Murphy had his reign, man, especially from the mid '80s all the way into well into the '90s.
Oh, he ran the '80s and '90s.
Yeah.
I want to see that new movie too, Spaces. That's on at the top of the list. I think it's that pickup movie, right? Yeah, right there. I got that on my thing, my list to look at movies to see.
Yeah, I gotta see the new Denzel joint. Yeah,
with A$AP Rocky.
Yeah.
So, bro, if you probably not saying get rid of him, but if we probably didn't have Eddie Murphy and Denzel movies, that list would be like crazy. It wouldn't. The list wouldn't be the black movies wouldn't be hitting on shit really.
Mm-hmm.
That's a dog. That nigga in Shrek, dog. Come on, man. Dream Girls.
Bro, I actually, when I was speaking of Dream Girls, I was watching the movie and I was like, I want Eddie Murphy to make an album.
You want him to make an album?
Like, just like 8 tracks.
My girl likes to party all the time. Party
that's
all
the
the
original
time.
album.
Party all the time. Boy, you ain't never heard that, boy?
Cultivate said, can everyone check out the Hurricane Katrina
Hey,
documentary?
it's on the list. I heard a lot about it. It's on the list.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to.
I got a list.
Come out on the 27th.
No, it came out already.
Is it?
Yeah, it's out on Hulu.
I saw it on Hulu, yeah. Saw it on Hulu.
We need to look at it and we need to come back because I heard a lot of things and a lot of people was trying to. Some party told me they don't think them white folks broke them levees. They think the hurricane did that. Nigga, I was down there. They broke them levees, bro.
Yeah, I got a lot of family that went down. So that happened in 2005. So
nigga, Brett Party in Brooklyn.
I had just started working. You know what I'm saying? Where we work at, and that was one of the things. Like I had a lot of family to go down to New Orleans and help. During the rebuilding process. So I got a lot of stories and stuff behind what they saw and stuff, and then so.
And they gonna sit up there and say, bring us back up, Spaces. They was trying to tell me, because I was telling them, like, bro, you can't tell me about them hurricane shits. Like, nigga, I done been in a few of them. Mm-hmm. Katrina wasn't like a powerful hurricane. Katrina just had so much fucking water.
And you've been to New Orleans, so you kind of know how you know what I'm saying, what they had to do around there. Because it feels like the whole city itself, even when you go down there, right? If you walk from the French Quarter, like the French Quarter is technically underwater. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you got to kind of walk up to get to the river.
Yeah. So Katrina wasn't, because what we got, because I was in Katrina too, I drove home from my job. Katrina just left a whole bunch of fucking water. It was like a category 3, but it just had so much rain. And what made it so much powerful with the rain, hurricanes move. As they spinning of how many miles they going, the direction they moving in is like 10 to 15 miles per hour too. So it's moving through. Katrina just sat there with all the water and shit. It was dumping and dumping and dumping. So it didn't make no major. It's just the flood in the water. So I don't think Katrina actually broke the levees. It could have, but just my opinion, I think somebody blew them bitches up because it was the perfect opportunity to. And people gonna try to tell me, no, I think the hurricane, nigga, if you ain't been in a hurricane, don't come telling me about no motherfucking hurricane.
I can tell you what else they blew up.
What?
I ain't gonna say nothing.
Oh, okay.
But
we trying to come up in these YouTube streets.
But you know what I'm saying? They stand like that. You remember that? I'm just saying, because so I mean, if they're willing to do that, I mean, I don't put anything past
but because to me, right? Because when I got to think about it, I'm trying to think about like why would they blow up the levees? Why would they? And I'm like, prime real estate.
Mm-hmm.
It takes a long time, but you can get the real estate. Now you got people that's not locals from New Orleans because they didn't move to Mississippi. They didn't move to Houston. They didn't move to Atlanta. All them people that used to be there, they used to come up in that shit. A lot of them people gone, and a lot of people died because they was around there hunting them too. You're like in a documentary, you're gonna see that too. They was around there hunting people.
All right.
Can't hear you, Spaces. Nope. Yeah, it's time for us to go. That's God telling us where we're trying to go. There you go. We hear you now.
Yeah, man, I've been here 2.5. I really did want to talk about Dr. Umar, but we can figure that out some
Hey,
other
let him
time.
live for one more week.
Yeah, man. You know what? We ain't got to talk about him right away because he wasn't getting his school done right away. You know what I'm saying? This nigga's been spending the money and doing whatever. So
Cultivate.
What happened?
Is it true that Jasmine Crockett and Stephen Colbert are joining forces? If so, what are your thoughts, fellas?
What's the run for president?
no, comedy. Stephen Colbert got kicked off CBS.
Yeah.
Say for the joint thing for a comedy? For what? What they doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it. Thank you. I'll research.
It don't matter anyway. I'm going to be off social media and everything for 6 months. Don't matter. I don't be on it anyway. I wish they blow that shit up. It don't matter.
Yeah, I don't know enough about it. I know you guys pretty much know my thoughts on Jasmine Crockett. So if she and Stephen Colbert are joining forces, then
you ain't gonna watch it that way. They ain't part of the Republican Party. Fuck them.
I'll purposefully watch CNN, bro.
Say who?
You have so many preconceived notions about me that are wrong. I purposefully watch CNN and CBS.
I don't, nigga, hold on, go back. First of all, I know you as a person. I don't give a fuck what you watch. That's your free time. I don't care. I know you as a human being. I interact with you. I don't give a fuck what CNN group or whatever you watch or whatever's on. That's your business. I don't care about that. That's their business. I don't give no fucks. You can go watch dogs fucking dogs for all I care. As long as you ain't watching kitty porn, we cool. Yeah, it's time to go. Yeah, you're right. It's time to go.
Yeah, it's time to go. Cultivate said, yeah, for a talk show. I don't know. I assumed that you were talking about politically, but I guess J Every Day was what you were saying, like some sort of show, comedy show or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I thought you were talking about running for presidency, like vice president. What you call the president?
Yeah, I thought it was something political.
If that's what the Democrats got to, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we all fucked up. Get your money up. Get your money up. If that's what's going on. Yeah, that's just crazy.
Another 4 years, man. Damn. So yeah.
To be honest with you, motherfucker, really don't care, man. I'm starting to learn. I'm getting like these old folks. Get your fucking money. That political shit do not fucking matter unless you vote on your local level. Get your money and stay the fuck out the way. Let them keep fighting like whatever the fuck they want to do.
There goes the mesh for today. There it is. But thank you guys for kicking it with us. We put in a 2.5 piece today.
You gonna be here next week?